Hello, I'm Hal Ottaway with the Wichita Postcard Club, and it's time once again for our Wichita Postcard of the Week. In these days that we're staying home and trying to be good boys and girls away from other people and trying to avoid this awful virus that's going around. In any case, one of the things that I enjoy doing is going online and looking at postcards and other paper, World War II pinbacks and so forth, and all of that that is online, always being refreshed 24 hours a day. One of the friends that I have made through the years at the Wichita Postcard Club show each year, which is here in Wichita in the always the third weekend in October. But one of my friends from that is named John Payline, and he lives in Jefferson City, Missouri. I've even been to his home a couple of times, and he showed me material in his own collection and so forth. Great fun and nice to have these friendships when you can make them and continue them on through your life. Well, John had several weeks ago a number of postcards that he's been buying from a collection in that area. And this is, as a dealer, it's the kind of thing that you want to do to enhance and to refresh your stock and to always be offering something that's new, that isn't the same old thing that other dealers have. And John has a good eye, and he's one of these people that always finds the unusual. And he did this time. I wanted to share this larger card that he called it a huge card, and it truly is. It's 11 inches tall and 5.5 inches wide, and it's a big owl. You can see the eyes show in the pupil of the eyes. You can see sacks of flour, one sack in each of eye, and it says on the front, "In the eyes of the wise." Well, just imagine getting this in the mail and how exciting it would have been. Certainly different than every other piece of mail that you've received that day. And it's big. It, letters and bills and other mail that you would have received. This would have been probably the largest that day, other than maybe a magazine or a newspaper. On the reverse side of this uh, card, it is a postcard, but you can see the stamp box in the upper right hand corner, and it's been sent from a flour mill company in Schuler, Nebraska. I may not have that pronounced quite right, but Schuler or Schuyler, something like that. This is the town. I looked it up on a map, and it's west of Omaha. Well, they would have been looking to expand uh, their way of selling flour all over the country, and so they sent this one to a small town in Calais, Missouri. I say small town because I can't find it at all on the map. So maybe it's gone discontinued by now. I don't know, or maybe just incorporated by, a into the larger St. Louis area or any number of cities. That doesn't matter. But this is a good example of an advertising postcard uh, that was used for a mailing, and it certainly would have got the attention of the recipient, that person that was lucky enough to receive it. Let me show you inside the card. It shows it unfolds, has one fold, and it's advertising and a little bit of text. And again, it's from Schuler, Nebraska. And let me just say that a lot of times postcards were used uh, by salesmen to announce that they were going to be in town that next week, or they would usually have a place where they were able to give a date or say, well, come in the afternoon on next Wednesday, say, and they would show up and show their new products, maybe take orders from the store manager or owner, and they were soliciting business in that way. And this would have been, this larger owl postcard would have been sent to kind of have the initial visit before the actual salesman came to see them. But that's how postcards were used, not just for, mailing to friends and relatives and greetings and so forth, but also a lot in the business world as well. It's not dated, but I think probably from the way the artwork and type font and everything, I'm thinking it probably dates from about 1910, probably before World War I. You ask yourself, how did something like this survive all of these years? It's just in magnificent condition. There's no folds, there's no extra creases. And here it went through the mail and it's been saved all these years. Obviously, it had to be saved in something large. I've already said that it was 11 inches long when it's folded up. And so it had to be in a big book, maybe a big Holy Bible. A lot of homes had big Bible books in their parlor area. And in however it was saved, thank goodness somebody did. It's the only one like this that I've been able to find in looking around at other collections and so forth. But it's so big and it's so unusual. That's the sort of thing that attracts me. And it's been fun to look for it in those terms. Locally, looking for old paper, I always think of my friend Norma Hewitt, who was the founder and started Hewitt's Antiques down on North Market Street here in Wichita. Today it's owned and run by their son and his son. So two more generations at Hewitt's. But Norma had a real eye and a real understanding for the value and the importance of old paper, she called it. It might have been trade cards, it might have been postcards, it might have been maps, all kinds of advertising, posters and so forth, string tags, and they would have a string pull on light switches, ceiling lights, and that would have usually a piece of advertising at the bottom of that string that they would pull on to turn the lights on and off in a store. But Nora had this desire to show and to explain and to sell and market a lot of old paper. That's what she referred to it often as. But it's a fun place to go, and I'm not just giving it as an idea and a suggestion. If you're in the Wichita area, check out Hewitt's Antiques downtown. And they're also members of our Wichita Postcard Club and friends, longtime friends of the club. Well, that takes care of it for this week. This hasn't been a Wichita postcard, but it's an advertising postcard that certainly was in the mail at the same time when all of these other cards that we look at all the time. And so it's fun to see something different and something unusual and something that you might enjoy owning too. Take care, and I'll hope to see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.